Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. To understand climate change, you need to know two things. First, imagine this Earth was a gigantic jigsaw puzzle, and all of the elements that make the world go round its various pieces. This includes people, cars, factories, schools, you know, everything. Second, you need to know about the carbon cycle. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is produced on Earth and processed by plants through photosynthesis, and then the elements just wait around to be reabsorbed into the ocean or land. With me so far? Good. Now, what does all this have to do with climate change? Well, 8,000 years ago, our Earth looked very different. Over time, the Earth's atmosphere became stable and humans were able to exist. But then, as recent as 1760, or approximately 200 years ago, when the Industrial Revolution began, we planted the seeds of the trouble that we are in today. You see, humans needed to progress and expand faster than ever before. We began digging up the fossil fuels deep within the Earth to power our factories, our cars, and power plants. And as the global population began exploding, so did the burden on the Earth's natural resources. With me so far? Great. So, while all this carbon dioxide is produced, it's just waiting around up there. And while it's waiting around, it actually creates an invisible layer over the Earth and traps the sun's heat, which would otherwise have escaped back into space. You know this effect as the greenhouse effect, which helps to keep the Earth warm. And the more carbon dioxide waits out there to be reabsorbed, the more heat it traps, and the warmer the Earth becomes. So, all living, breathing things emit CO2 gas into the atmosphere. Breathe in oxygen. Breathe out carbon dioxide. Breathe in. Breathe out. Simple, right? Good. With progress and industrialization, more carbon dioxide is emitted into the atmosphere. Because of expansion, trees are cut down, oceans are polluted, and there are fewer elements left to absorb the increased CO2. This means the greenhouse effect creates an even thicker layer trapping the sun's heat. And that means increased temperatures, melting ice caps, and a world more prone to natural disasters because of the overall unstable ecosystem. But you know all this, right? What you may not know, however, is what you can do to help reduce the negative effects of climate change. So here goes. Plant more trees and greenery around you. Plan your activities so you aren't wasting resources and being a burden on your environment. So things like carpooling, conserving energy sources, and recycling. And not just you. Help your family and friends be smart about how they interact with their environment. Remember, we all have one Earth, the same one. We share all the resources, the good and the bad. It belongs to all of us. Me, you, and even you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Play your part. Take responsibility. Be responsible.